Hello, and welcome to another Angry unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the SU-85. The story of the SU-85 is a pretty classic tale of Soviet mid-war tank design. Essentially, German Tiger and eventually Panther tanks come onto the field. Soviets go, oh crap, our 76mm gun T-34s and KV-1s can't cut it. We need to put bigger guns in our tanks. The Soviets had this 85mm anti-aircraft gun, which they were going to slap into a lot of their vehicles, such as the KVs, early versions of the IS, and of course the T-34. Now, before the T-34-85, they needed a quick stopgap solution so they could just put this into the field immediately. So they got their SU-122, which is a T-34 self-propelled gun with a 122mm howitzer, and repurposed it with an 85mm, now known as the SU-85, and these entered into production and really entered service in mid-1943. They'd really only see a production run of a single year, as by the summer of 1944, of the T-34-85 really entering mass production and mass service, there was no need for a self-propelled 85mm gun if we could just put it on all of the medium tanks. So it only had a rather limited production run of just over 2,500 units. In-game, the SU-85 is a 70-point tank destroyer, available to, well, just a lot of divisions, including an Hungarian run. It is one weapon. So you have quite a diverse ammo load for the D-55. 8 APCR shells, 20 AP shells, and 20 high explosive shells. The APCR shells are quite a kicker, 180mm of pen, but of course shorter range, actually decent accuracy, and less damage on penetration. But you can go through a lot of armor with that shell. The regular AP is also pretty good at 145mm pen and 8 damage on penetration, and the high explosive shells are pretty standard for an 85mm, meaning they're really not that bad, and an average rate of fire of 6 rounds a minute. Up down to miscellaneous stats is 70 frontal armor, strong top armor, 45mm at the side, and 45mm at the back. It goes 45 kilometers off-road, 55 kilometers on the road, medium stealth, and normal optics. In battle, the SU-85 is, well, you could say the T-34 of tank destroyers, quite literally, as it is a T-34 tank destroyer. The Russian 85mm, especially equipped with APCR shells, can pack quite a decent punch and actually go through the vast majority of German armor, especially with the APCR shots. But the main advantage overall with the SU-85 is its cost effectiveness, because for 70 points it is a very affordable vehicle. The basic T-34-85 Opera 1943 is 25 points more expensive, albeit you do get a machine gun, which does increase your anti-infantry capability quite a bit, and one of the big downsides of the SU-85 is you really do not want to be using it in close range situations. I've seen many a time people bring it into a forest a little bit too close to the front line, and then get blapped from an anti-tank grenade infantry unit it could not stop. And it is also very comparable to one of the best medium tanks in game, the Stug 3G, as just once again, you like the machine gun, but your AP shots, even just the regular runs, are better in the Stug 3G, and yes, you do have a lot of worse armor as well, but you are, once again, affordable. And in 1v1s, affordability on medium tanks, especially medium tanks which can hit above their rate level, is definitely very worthwhile. And also note, the SU-85 is usually a pretty important unit in a lot of Soviet divisions, especially in the anti-tank tab, because Soviet anti-tank guns, especially higher caliber ones, or higher penetration I should say, aren't really that great. The ZIS-2 is pretty mediocre, and it's not even available to the majority of divisions, usually just have 45mm and ZIS-3s. So the SU-85 is quite important in filling that heavy anti-tank gap. And its availability is quite generous, with 1 to 2 cards per division, usually 3 to 4 in A phase, 4 to 6 in B phase, and 8 to 10 in C phase, so it is quite a spammable tank destroyer. Overall, and I think I just need to reiterate the point, this is just the T-34 tank destroyers. It gets the job done on a budget, and in that one specific role of tank destroying, it's good at destroying tanks. And well, I'm gonna leave it off at that. This has been another Angry Unit of the Week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.